justice and the law. Right. But it's important thing to know that these are two separate things. Justice and the law are two separate things. Did you write that down? Because they keep referring to natural justice. Okay? And certainly for someone like Marco, who has a very clear idea of what natural justice is, Eddie should be punished for his betrayal.
These are two separate things.
Yes. Justice and the law are two separate things. Because justice, and it's often described in the play as natural justice, is to do with a moral code of behaviour.
Do you spell moral? M-O-R-E?
No, M-O-R-A-L.
So,
Right, the moral code, okay? A moral
known
code
as
of behaviour.
natural justice, which is a moral code.
Yes, a behaviour. Right. So we've got to think about what is the moral code in West Hook. That means like it's not like nothing to do with the law. It's a moral code. by
Like
which
you
we
don't
live.
you
What
don't
don't you do?
snitch. You don't
Yes.
snitch.
Number one, you don't snitch on each other. It's a kind of moral code of Red Hook, which obviously Eddie breaks.
Well, justice is natural law.
Yeah.
You don't betray your family.
Yes, you don't betray your family or your friends. You don't snitch on anyone.
Okay.
You provide for your family. So in terms of the male kind of perspective, the importance of providing for your family.
Is this under natural justice?
Yes. Yeah. Because this is the moral code by which they live. You provide for your family. You often sacrifice for your family. Think about the nature of Marco and people like that coming over and sacrificing.
Yeah, but he's not from Red Hook.
No, because he comes from that kind of Italian.
Yeah, but we kind of have this natural justice.
Yes, yeah, we'll have a lot of similar
So, but we're
qualities.
not from Red Hook.
No, that is true. We'll have a lot of similar qualities, yes.
So we're doing like a Ken code.
A Ken
What does he make
A
it?
Ken moral code. Oh, I don't know. I doubt a Ken moral code would be greatly different from a Hertfordshire moral code.
What do you like it?
A
Right.
word that's like more severe than a faux
I
pas.
feel like the moral code would be more like the taboo girls one.
It's like
If you commit a faux pas, a faux pas would be, I don't know, burgling in public. That's nothing. You mean something
More
terrible?
severe than
So breaking a social
Yeah.
code. And it's difficult because it's a social code. As long as it's not something, if it's something disgusting, like something that's unacceptable.
Like peeing in a cafe.
Yeah, well, that would just be an act of obscenity, wouldn't it?
They have toilets.
No, I don't think it. I mean, like someone urinating in public.
Yeah,
Like
like
before the phone call. I don't know if this.
Oh yeah, so she was working in the toilet.
Right.
Right.
So in terms of moral code, let's carry on. So you protect your family, you provide for your family, you never betray anybody, you often sacrifice for your family. And it's a kind of personal honour. Your reputation is key. So if you break any of these unspoken rules, then you have damaged your reputation. So that links to the sense of personal honour, your integrity, your name. So at the end of the play, when he keeps saying, I want my name, I want my name, it's to do with the fact that now he has been ostracised by his community. His name is marred. Catherine refers to him as a rat. No one's going to want to speak to him. So that's what I mean about the whole idea of justice. So the justice that Red Hook citizens mete out to him is the fact that he's now rejected, isn't it? He's broken those rules, and the community reject him because of it. So we see natural justice operating in the course of the play.
Wait, you see what, sorry?
Natural justice in operation, we see how it happens. And then we've got the example of Vinnie Bolzano. Oh gosh, is Vinnie Bolzano? Where's my book? Vinnie, the kid that bounces down the stairs.
Yeah.
Vinnie, just call him Vinnie. Anyway, we see Vinnie as an example of what happens when you break the code.
Wait,
So
what's
there's-
Vinny?
Vinnie's the kid that snitches on his uncle and is dragged down the stairs,
yeah,
bouncing,
yeah.
his head bouncing, and then chucked out, basically. So we've got lots of examples of that.
How do you spell his surname?
I can't remember, Bolzano, I think.
was the justice taken towards Eddie? What do you say?
Say that again.
What did you say about the Eddie's justice? Like, what did the community do?
Oh, they basically they rejected him. Yeah, they turned it back on him. Vinny, here we go.
Thank you.
Bolzano. B-O-L. Hetty, do you want to know? Bolzano. B-O-L-Z-A-N-O. Vinny Bolzano. And he was only 14 at the time. So if you were writing an essay on this, you've got the idea that natural justice can be harsh. Because yes, Eddie screws up massively. He is a man. Vinny is a 14-year-old kid. Is he given any leeway? Is he shown any compassion? No. He's dragged down the stairs, he's spat on, and he's thrown out. So we see how harsh natural justice can be. So you don't mess with these people, and obviously Eddie stupidly does. Now we're going to
He is.
the redhead down. Yes.
So when you say he who is he messing with though? Like who?
He betrays his own family, he stitches on his uncle.
He's like,
He's 14, so he's very young. Right, then we come to the law. Right, so the law, the legal system. We have our narrator who acts as a Greek chorus, Alfieri, who expounds on the nature of law and how the society in which he lives has changed over time.
So can you say that again? But that's
Yeah. I just at the top of my head, hang on. We have
the narrator
Alfieri,
expands the
who is the narrator.
Alfieri expands the nature of law.
Yes. So it basically tells us at the beginning of the play about law itself and how that has changed over time. So in a way, he can be seen to symbolise the legal system. But he does refer to how lawless the society used to be. He refers to the gangsters.
But he
Do you remember?
referenced the what? Sorry?
Legal system.
Legal system. He talks about someone being mown down by a machine gun. I think he names a very famous gangster, Al Capone. Yes. So in his opening speech, he talks about obviously how lawless New York or how lawless America was in the early days.
So he says that how the law sort of has, how the
Changed.
area around him has changed.
Yeah. But what I think there's a really good, I would learn this quote. Many here who were shot justly by unjust men. I'll write that one down. Many here who were shot, many here who were justly shot by unjust men. Many here, this is page 4, who were justly shot by unjust men.
What does that mean?
That sums up the whole thing about law and justice. Because they were killed by gangsters, for example. If they were shot by unjust men, they were shot by criminals. But no, they were justly shot. So they basically committed some crime. They broke some code and they were punished by unjust men, by criminals. So you've got the mixture between
Well, that's
legal,
clever, because then
justice and law.
I get it.
Because if a good person kills you, then they're bad too, right?
Yeah.
You have to get a bad person to kill a bad person. Because they're both bad already.
So a bad person could be a good person.
Okay, ready? These are all good people.
Yeah.
And then you do something bad,
Yeah.
bad people will kill you. If you do something bad, a good person kills you, they're bad too, so they're going to kill you.
How are you justly shot?
I'm losing the plot here.
How are you justly shot?
What's the annotation for that hurt?
So basically, you've got a link there between justice and law. Because obviously, you're not especially taking the law into your own hands. That's what the criminal underworld did. So the gangsters basically had their own form of justice, but obviously they are committing crimes.
Like in The Godfather, where the guy shoots his I've actually seen this.
Oh, right. Okay, moving on. So we're dealing particularly as well with Italian immigrants who have a very strong sense of justice. So Italian immigrants particularly have a very strong sense of justice and therefore revenge.